Fellow YouTubers, just want to give you a fix on a 2015 Nissan Murano 3.5. Definitely related to a lot of models on this size engine, model, but this is the only one I know is the 2015 Murano. I'm doing a spark plug change. There's a couple of tips and tricks, plenty of YouTube videos out there, but I just want to give you my version of what I did. Let's start with this airbox. Where it's connected are two bolts, one here and one here. There's also a pin that snaps into place in the middle here. It's on the bottom. I'll show you. All you have to do is grab it firmly on both sides and pop it up. And that's it right there, where it kind of snaps in, where it plugs in. Also, the other end where it basically plugs into the airbox. All you have to do is remove. Just keep in mind, when you put it back in, you're gonna have to look at that first. Make sure you plug it back in like so. Other than that, it's pretty easy. Just pop it out, lift it out of the way. I kind of broke all the bolts already just to figure out what I needed to take, what I needed to unscrew. Let's start with the airbox. Of course, there's two snap clips that goes right here. You pop it out, you lift it up, and you move it. Well, you can't really move out of the way because this right here is plugged into the airbox right here. So what I did, I unscrew that. Let me see if I can put it back into place just to show you how it looks like. Somewhat like so. So basically, I just kind of unscrew that. It's at an angle, kind of underneath this brick reservoir. The reason why I took this out is to have more space to work with, because I am getting into the throttle body. You probably don't have to take that out, but I did anyways. It just kind of bolted onto the body there. Two 10mm bolt nuts, I'm sorry. So that's what I did. I unhooked that, unhooked the hose, and I kind of spin it to the side. Now this harness connects to the MAF sensor, the mass airflow sensor. I just kind of unclip that. There's a plastic retainer clip that goes right here. So when you flip it sideways, you can actually use a needle nose. You can actually use a needle nose and go underneath it and kind of press it in. Well, squeeze in between, as you can see here. So it's clipped sideways. All you have to do is go underneath the bracket there and squeeze it together, and you can be able to take that out. There was another wire. I believe it kind of clips onto it too, but I didn't. Well, I don't see it anymore. Probably that one. I'm not sure, but it was already like that when I took it out. It probably popped out of place. Not sure, but this is what I did. I just kind of swing the brake out to the side, the brake reservoir out to the side, to be able to get access to this throttle body. Like so. Now the throttle body, there's a couple of hoses. Those are coolant hoses that connects to the throttle body. You don't want to unhook that, and you're gonna have to refill the coolant. It comes with 3 bolts, hex bolts, Allen bolts actually. I believe it's a size 5mm size, not sure. Now the bottom right you see there, this bracket right here goes along with it. So when you put back the bolt, make sure that bracket goes in there also. All right, and then just kind of turn it, flip it to the side like so, get it out of the way. And that should be out of the way. Now back to the intake manifold. There's several ways of taking this, but I found it easier to unhook some lines. There's two of this. I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a vacuum line that goes in it. Unhook that. Of course, it goes along with this. So there's a bolt here, a 10 mil bolt that you take out. Unhook this line from there. Same goes on this side. This one comes off. All right, and then two brackets that holds the sensor and some vacuum lines. I thought it was easier just to take the 10 mil bolt out and then just flip this back, leave it on the side. Same goes here. Flip this back. And then this whole unit goes out along with the intake manifold. So you don't have to take that. There's like two blue bolts that you don't have to take out. Those are the two blue bolts that basically hold this bracket in together. I take that back, one for one bracket, and the other one is for this whole unit here. You don't have to take that out, because once you take the intake manifold out, all this goes along with it. All I have to do is unhook this vacuum line here, right here. I unhook that. What else? Unhook this harness right here. And I believe that's it. So once you do that, this right here, all this, for this whole metal line right here, there's two bolts that holds it together. There's one right here, one right there, and the other one is a little hidden, and it's right there. So one here, one over here. And once you take those two bolts out, all this can come out like so. Now there's another video that tells you to take all these vacuum lines out. It'll be confusing once you put it back together. You might hook it to the wrong area, wrong place, and you're gonna have a whole lot of other issues with it. But that's all. That's it. Now, in the back of this, I'm just gonna kind of hook it right there so it won't be in the way. There's two vacuum lines. One back here. You can actually reach your arm around the passenger side here, and you can be able to get to it. All you have to do is unclip that, pull this hose out. That's one of them. Of course, I had a long needle nose pliers to get that clip out, and also one of these hose remover. What I did, I just kind of reach in and then kind of wiggle. Very useful, as a matter of fact. You can get this at Harbor Freight for cheap. I've done it with spark plug too. I just got different sizes to it, so you can use it for the old-fashioned type spark plug wires. You open it up, clamp it, pull it. Very useful. That's for that line. And now there's another hose that connects to the PCV valve. It sits way back here. If you see the green there, that's the PCV valve, that hose right there. Well, I am going to change that PCV valve while I'm in there. That's the reason why I kind of disconnect from that end of the hose. Just a needle nose plier, reach in there and get that out. Now there's another bracket. I'm gonna have to take this out and show you. All right, well, everything's out. I just need it. See if I can get my two hands on here. All right, I'm gonna have to use two hands to get this out. So excuse me for 1 second. And this is how it comes out. Oh, not to mention the manifold bolts. It's got 6 in total, 4 in the middle there, and 2 nuts on the side. 1 there, and of course 1 there. If you don't know the location, there's plenty of YouTube videos, but I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, so here it is in the back of the manifold. That's the one that I unhooked from the PCV valve. There's a bracket that bolts onto here, which is right there. It's one 10 mil bolt. Some videos show that there's a 13 mil bolt. Well, this car doesn't have it. Well, specifically for this 2015 Murano, it doesn't have that 13 mil bolt, but it probably went there, maybe. Not sure, but I didn't need to do that. Anyways, and here is the bracket that goes on it, and it hooks on to that hole a while ago I just showed you, like so. And it's a 10 mil bolt. You won't be able to see it. You'll just have to feel for it and then unhook it from there. I don't know. I don't see a reason why they need to have a bracket right there. It's just to hold this wire. Well, it's an O2 sensor wire. And of course, this should be hooked right there. Not sure how that goes in, but I'm pretty sure that's how. Oh, there it is. So basically, there's a clip already on there, like so. Seems like I just kind of slide it from my left, and slide it in. There we go. It clips on. Seems like somebody got into this already. But that's about it. This is my version of changing the spark plugs. Of course, there's plenty of videos about taking out the bolts and coils and whatnot. They did mention it is a 14 millimeter socket. Fortunately, I do have that socket, and it's magnetic, not the rubber type seal that you normally see. I bought a set. It came with a, well, actually I didn't buy a set. I bought separately as time goes by. 14, of course, for 5/8. Here's the 5/8. This one doesn't, well, this one has a magnet, but I need a 14 mil. My old Corolla, my 2010 Corolla, uses a 14 millimeter socket. Unfortunately, somebody took my 14 mil socket out of here. Oh, here it is. 14 mil socket, and I buy all with magnets in it. Very useful. The rubber seals, I hated it because it always comes loose. It comes out along with the spark plug. Not very practical using that. It's an old-fashioned way of doing it, but now more modern way is to have a magnet, easy to use, especially on the plug-in wires. It's better using that. With the coil, if not, if it gets stuck in there, at least you can use the coil to take the plugs out. But like I said, I wouldn't go in further with that. Okay, that is it. Not so hard. It's just a lot of things you gotta take out. Definitely a lot of bolts you're gonna have to remember to put back in. So, okay. One thing to mention. Some guys would remove this hose and then and take this out all along with the airbox. Well, preference. Doesn't matter which way you do. I think it'll be, you know, easier to take this one out. But since I got into this already, I just went ahead and remove that. That's it. Just want to give you my version of taking and changing the spark plugs on this 2015 Nissan Murano. Okay. Good luck, guys. Hope this will help for some of you people. Bye now.